It's week 7 of the 2042 season, and we'll see this team's leader at quarterback. He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. This should be a good one to watch, and it comes your way next on Madden NFL 25.
Thank you to Trey Mosley for the introduction. We are indeed excited to welcome you to another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. So good to have you on board with us. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson here in the booth. Greg, in this league, you know it, you lived it. Undergoing a changing of the guard at the quarterback position sometimes can be traumatic, but a lot of times it leads to hope. We've got a couple of teams here with young signal callers looking towards the future.
And you know the old saying, Mike, in the NFL, it is truer than ever. If you have a quarterback, you have a chance. And here we have two teams that feel like they have that quarterback position of the future settled. There's going to be some growing pains. There's going to be some moments where that...
Stage is set. Ball is on the tee. And off we go on EA Sports. This fielded at about the 9. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. Here's the Chicago offense taking the field for the first time. They'll be led out by a young man who's making a name for himself, their rookie quarterback.
Mike, when we have a chance to talk to this quarterback's teammates, the word they always use is perfectionist, and it's pretty easy to see why. When we had a chance to sit down with him the other day, one thing was very clear. He was not happy about having that blemish on the stat line, the interception. Now, it didn't change the outcome of the game, but it certainly prevented him from being able to really appreciate what he accomplished in last week's win. If that meeting is any indication of what we should expect, I think it's pretty safe to assume he's placing a big emphasis on protecting the ball over these next 4 quarters.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. He'll look to throw. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. He'll drop to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with 3rd down. Now they'll set up to throw. He'll get this out to the left flat. And that call will not get it done. The defense ready, stopping him behind the line of scrimmage. And it sets up 4th down.
Man, what a big-time play here by the corner. It feels like he knew that play was coming before the ball was even snapped. You can see he sticks his foot in the ground and bursts. He ends that play before it even has a chance to get started.
And a pretty good punt there. A fair catch taken right around the 11-yard line. So the visitors ready to go on offense here for the first time. And taking the snaps, a quarterback now in his 3rd year in the league.
I think the biggest thing that stood out from last week's game was when they went into the game with an initial plan, how quickly were they able to get away from that when they realized it wasn't working? I think they got a lot of unscouted looks, meaning the defense threw a lot of exotic looks at them, blitzes, different fronts and coverages, maybe things they didn't work on all week. So the key this week is understand what is the defense looking to do today and how fast can we make those adjustments if we're not having early success.
That's complete. Some more on the right side. And he won't get away. Good open field tackle there to get him down behind the line. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Here now, 3rd and 5. Back to throw. Short pass taken in by the tight end. A gain of 16 yards. And that will be a first down.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
They'll look to throw again. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. Take a look here at those receiving numbers from his game a week ago. Look him up on a 2nd down and 8. They'll look to throw yet again. Quick throw, taken in, and he'll be brought down just shy of midfield.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right third. I mean, that takes a lot of time. Let's give a lot of credit to the big guys up front. Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down. Back to the air one more time. A throw left side there, not going to find the target. Incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make third down manageable and take your chances picking up a key third down?
They'll throw here on 3rd and short yardage. And he'll be taken down, but good enough to keep this drive going. It's a first down.
It's really just an extended handoff. Get the ball out wide to your running back in space and make the defense tackle him. That's really all this is. Something small turns into a nice pickup.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. They'll try to get the running game going. His first carry. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. 2nd down and 8. Off the play fake. He'll look. The pressure will get to him. He goes down. There is a flag down in the backfield. Usually the spot that tells us holding. They'll look to throw. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. 3rd and long. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. And they were hoping for a little more on that one. Brought down well short of the first. So it'll bring up 4th down. Out now is the field goal unit. They'll try to pick up 3 points here. This from 45 yards away. He'll bang that one through. It's good. And the visitors are out to an early 3-0 lead.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
They're going to be set up with a short field. What a tremendous kick return.
You know, Mike, for a lot of guys in the league, the best way to make an impact as a rookie is through special teams. And anytime you can make yourself valuable, find a way to contribute, you do it. And that was a heck of a return right there.
The home team's offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he's been a real threat in the red zone and beyond. Take a look at the NFL leaders in rushing touchdowns by a quarterback. He'll try to get back to the line, but he's not happening. Gonna lose a yard. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. Throwing left side there, but it is incomplete.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
He'll take a shot here, back to the end zone.
So I like the aggressiveness of the call, but as the rest of the game unfolds, Mike, there needs to be better overall execution. A little bit cleaner, and next thing you know, they're going to hit some of those big shots.
This one is good. He knocks it through. And his guys will tie the game at 3 apiece.
And that's really well done here, Mike. I mean, everything's in rhythm. A good snap, a good hold, and a good kick ties this game.
A safe kick taken at the 5. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The visitors' offense ready to take over for their 2nd possession. They'll set out in search of a first touchdown in this game. Just a pair of field goals to show. It's 3-3 as they start 1st and 10. That one into the hands of Moore downfield. Can't ask for much more. 22 yards on the first play of the drive.
Didn't take them long to get now to their opponent's side of the field. I like the idea of starting this drive with some explosive pass plays. That's going to open everything up, both underneath in the passing game and on the ground. So big play to get this drive off to a fast start.
And he's not going to get away. They'll knock him back to his own territory. They get him on the other side of midfield. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Now a give on the ground. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot. 3rd and a yard. That one on target to Moore. And it looks like he's gonna have enough. Indeed, the referee does signal it is a first down. Blitz coming, he'll throw it. And he's not gonna be able to get away. Very good coverage on the perimeter. It goes down as a loss of yards.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league, and it results in a negative play.
And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot. Trying to pick this one up on the ground. And he's going to be close to that first down. Looks like he made it past the yellow line. Yes, he did. It is indeed a first down. Moore going in motion. Now faking the give. Inside the 10, it is caught. And he's very close to a touchdown. They mark him just shy of the goal line.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
Now it is 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he's going to wind up losing yardage here. And that will take us to the end of the opening quarter of play. From back at the 2 now, here's 2nd and goal. He'll turn and hand this one off. Good blocking, and he's in for the score. That touchdown number 1 for him on the year.
Now remember back, Mike, their first drive, they had to settle for 3. So they definitely didn't want to have to do that again. So really solid drive from start to end, and they're finally able to cap it off with a touchdown.
Extra point attempt still to come. It's up and through. And the visitors take a 10-3 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Here comes a return from the 5. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. So out comes the Chicago offense as they get set to take over once more. Just the lone field goal for them so far, down 10-3 in this one. And they'll start 1st and 10. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. He'll get this close to the 1st down marker, taken down just shy at the 38. You don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. He'll try to get this one on the ground. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line.
This is a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Quick throw here is complete. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Up the middle they go. And he'll get about 4 out of that one. That should be enough to move the chains. It is 1st down. Throwing now from the gun. Thrown left side. The catch is made. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. He'll get this out to his running back. And he's going to be taken down short of the marker. And that is going to set up an interesting 4th down decision. A shotgun snap. He'll look, and he's going to be hit and taken down. They got him with a big-time rush. And it will lead to a turnover on downs.
And here we have a real gutsy call here, Mike, early in this game offensively. I think you're giving up a surefire field goal attempt, but at the same time, you're demonstrating to your players, hey, offense, I have a lot of trust in you, and let's see if they have this same approach as the rest of this game plays on.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him. I mean, he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down, Mike. Living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
This brought in out past the 20. And how about that? Nice return there, picking his way up past the 35-yard line. The home team's offense ready to see what they can do. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. This drive will start on the ground. A short pickup to the 38. Here's a 2nd and 9. There's a throw right side. It's going to be incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield,
and they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a sack.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front, because right now their pass protection is breaking down and his quarterback's paying the price for it.
Here's the punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. The visitors' offense ready to get back at it. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. And that's the way you want to run it on first down. A gain of 7. 2nd down and 3. Whistles look like the right side got an early jump there. Let's check the flag. Oh, trying to set up the screen, but that is going to fall incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
17 yards, the gain there. That's enough for a first down.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
Looking middle of the field, it's complete. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Moore going in motion. They'll look to throw here on first down. Under pressure, and down he goes. They've got him.
Sometimes you just have to know when the play is over and live to play another down. He has pressure coming right at him, and instead of just throwing the ball away, he tries to escape, he tries to get creative, and he ends up losing a lot more yards than he should have.
He'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. He'll drop to throw. tackle. Down he goes.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst-case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss.
On comes the punter now, as he's on to punt for the second straight drive. And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. Now, following the punt return, we have an injured player on the field. The training staff going to look and will step out for a moment. Back to throw here to begin the drive. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, taken in over the middle. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice first down pickup. Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes, so give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete.
We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. Now they'll set up to throw. Open man, right side. He's got it. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
This is what every offense looks to do, Mike. They want to attack the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And oftentimes, that's where the chunk plays come. Give it to your receiver on the move and let them do the rest.
Here's 1st and 10. They'll send the tight end in motion right. Back to throw. This one complete right side. He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
They'll look to throw again. To the back of the end zone. He's got it. Touchdown, Chicago. What a terrific play at the back of the end zone. Greg, that is so hard to do, but something you did during your career. How do the guys pull that off?
Yeah, the key here, Mike, is the concentration to not only...
And I believe the referee was buzzed by the replay officials indicating, let's get a closer look at this. They trigger this automatically in the last 2 minutes of the half. So, ruled a touchdown originally. They didn't find any reason to overturn it, and it stays on the board. So, back to level after the touchdown, and time for the kickoff. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. The visitors' offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he's had things all his way in the first half. Those numbers are sensational. He looks to add to them with another drive here. Working from the shotgun, he'll hand this one off. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a first down.
And now you can see they're really getting in rhythm in this 2-minute drive. Now, after that last completion, Mike, they cross midfield. Now the mindset goes to, all right, we got to come away with some points. They've got a quarterback who's in complete control, and they got to see if they can finish this thing off. Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
They bring their tight end right. They'll look to throw yet again. Toward the middle, that's caught by Moore. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7. Back to the air one more time. Right back to Moore, another grab. And after the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9. They'll look to throw. This one caught at the 4.
Man, they're just running this 2-minute drill to complete perfection. And it's such a point of emphasis of every offense, Mike. These end-of-half scenarios to come away stealing points make a big impact on the outcome of the game.
And he will dive into the end zone. Has a touchdown. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. What a standout performance early on in this one. That his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game.
And some backs, Mike, they just have a sense of finding the end zone and being able to finish off these runs. That's exactly what this guy has been able to do today, and we're just getting started.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The home team's offense going to get it one final time in this first half. They find themselves trailing 17-10 now as they come up with first down and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Quick hitting slant there. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. From out of the gun, he'll throw. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. Putting the tight end in motion. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. Now the offense will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 13 seconds to play in this opening half. Throwing now on 1st and 10. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And his guys are able to cut it to 4. 17-13.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
First and 10. And they'll elect not to run another play. Instead, just take a knee and take this on into the locker room. So we have reached halftime, and it's a 4-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando now, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports. Coach, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula to come out on top in this second half. Coming up. He fields it at the 8. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up second down. That's complete. Some more on the right side. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
And if he's late with that throw, Mike, there's a really good chance a defender could have made a play on it. But he does a beautiful job. He puts the ball out in front of his shoulder, leads the receiver, and allows him to get upfield and pick up the first down.
On first and 10, they'll set up to throw. On second down, he'll fake the handoff and hold on to it. And maybe the quarterback should have given that one away. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. They'll empty out the backfield, line up for third and 3. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively, and now decision time. What are you going to do on fourth down? And this is no good. Could not get it on target. And the lead holds steady at 4.
And this is the danger of trying these long field goals. Remember, Mike, if you miss, the other team gets the ball at the spot of the kick. So it's going to end up setting them up for great field position as they start this next drive.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10. Handoff here, up the middle, and he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. They'll break the huddle. It's second and 5. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be third down. They'll motion a tight end right. On third down, they'll set up to throw. First time they've looked his way all game long. But he comes through with the grab and a first down.
I know, I'm biased. But listen, you can't convince me, Mike, that there's a better option on the field, especially when you got a guy like this, than on third down or critical moments. That's where the ball needs to go. The size, the speed, the matchup problems that he creates. If I was in a critical situation, there is no doubt where I'm going with the ball.
His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a first down. Putting one of their tight ends in motion left. To the air now on first and 10. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. He's taken down just shy of the 10. They can still get a first down at the 1. 1st and 10, they go from the 11. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Remember what this defense told us in our meetings this week, Mike. They don't think that they're necessarily going to be able to just stifle this offense play after play. They might have to give a little bit of bend, but they can't break. That sack, that is the defense not breaking. Down there near your own goal line, come away with the big play and see if they can keep points off the board.
They send the tight end in motion. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. That's complete on the tight end screen. He'll try to use that size to push forward, but it's not going to work. Defense strong up front, and they're going to get him down behind the line of scrimmage.
This is a guy that we're used to seeing make a lot of his plays in the back end, Mike, kind of patrolling that center field safety position, but this time he recognized that play up at the line of scrimmage, and he blows it up for a loss.
Three for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And his guys cut the deficit down to 1.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. This offense making its way back on the field, led by their wide receiver. And you see the numbers for him into this 3rd quarter. They just pop off the screen. He has been open and electric throughout. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target.
Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
And he'll get maybe about 4 yards out of that one. The lane closed quickly, and here comes 3rd down. A handoff as they try to run it here. They'll get 19 out of that play, and that will be a 1st down.
So as we take a look at the box score, Mike, you realize here they got the lead. We're in the 2nd half, but they don't have a lot of rush yards. It's because they use the passing game to score points and establish the lead. Now, how we judge their run game is from here to the end of the game. Can they pile up yards now in the 2nd half and close this game out?
Blitz coming. He'll throw it to the left side into the hands of Moore. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Fires quickly. It is complete on the slant. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the 1st down. They'll empty out the backfield as they come up for 3rd and a yard. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Timing and trust. Critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. The home team's offense starting to trot out for this next possession. The deficit is 1 as they'll search now for that go-ahead score. And this will gain a couple of yards up to the 22-yard line. He'll drop to throw. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Now they'll set up to throw. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
The offense just couldn't seem to get anything going that drive. They knew they had a long way to go, taking over possession that deep in their own territory. You want to pick up that first down and see if you can capitalize some momentum. Instead, the errant throw brings up 4th down, and they're going to have to punt it away.
But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. This offense and their wide receiver heading back onto the field. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. They'll try the right side this time, and they're going to work this down inside the 45.
Pretty much just more of the same from what we saw with this back in the first half, and he doesn't need much. He gets a little bit of space, and then he can create the rest. It's the combination of patience, vision, and then the burst to hit the hole once he sees it. This guy's been a handful all day.
And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. A 19-yard pickup there. That's enough for a 1st down.
This is where you have to be careful, Mike. You find yourself winning in the second half. Human instinct says, all right, let's just sit on the ball and protect the lead and let the clock run out. You can't do that. Stay aggressive. Do what got you here. Continue to mix the run with the pass. Keep your foot on the gas and try to extend this lead.
There's that man again. Another catch. And he's going to be taken down. So we'll take it to the other end as we are through 3. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. An opportunity for what could be a game-sealing touchdown right here. 1st down and goal. Back to throw. And he's in. Touchdown. Greg, they did everything they wanted to do on that drive, and now a chance to really make it an important lead.
Mike, with that touchdown there, they're an extra point conversion from extending this lead to a 2-score game. And at this point in the 4th quarter, I think they'd feel pretty good about their chances of holding on.
The extra point is good. And the visitors are going to open up the lead to 8. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. This team's offense back onto the field for their next possession. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast, and right now they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
And he will keep the drive moving. Gets the 1st down. Nice gain of 5. He'll send a tight end in motion right. They'll throw out of the gun. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. That one going nowhere, but a late penalty flag comes in. They may get bailed out here. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
So after surrendering their 6th sack of the game, I looked down on the sideline, Mike, and found their offensive line coach. He grabbed his headset, removed it, and he slammed it on the ground. And truthfully, I don't blame him. His unit has been getting worked up front all day in pass protection.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. They bring a tight end in motion left. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down. A quick throw out wide, caught left side. Forget about it. They're going to lose more yardage there. Good job by the defense, and it's 4th down. We're about ready now for the punt. They'll be forced to punt, trailing here in the 4th quarter. That is fielded at the 13. And he'll get a few yards on this return up past the 15-yard line. This offense and their running back heading back on the field. And as we look at the highlights, you see it's been tough to stop him here today. Couple of touchdowns in this ball game. He has, without a doubt, been the driving force in this offense so far. Now a handoff, running right. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Throwing now from the gun. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. The shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. He'll try and get there on the ground.
Great reaction by the defense. At first, Mike, it looked like there was enough room out there for the quarterback to pick this one up himself, but they were able to rally to the ball, and I think the officials are going to mark him just short.
Special teams on the field, ready for this punt, as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. A fair catch called and taken right at the 30-yard line. So now this team's offense about ready to take over once more. The deficit is 8 as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. They'll stick with him again. And it'll be a pickup of 3. So 3rd down, forthcoming. They send one of the tight ends in motion to the left. On 3rd down, they'll throw from the gun. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and to also give some credit to the back end, doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away.
And he'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. This offense ready for their next possession, led by their running back. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, the stats. It has all been on display throughout. He'll get this out quickly to his left. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll come up now for second down and 4. They'll look to throw. He tosses over the middle. This one is caught. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8. And before the snap, we have a whistle. And this could very well be a false start.
He decides to go with the safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
They'll look to throw again. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch. And this game almost just flipped completely on his head. You find yourself with a lead, just trying to milk the clock away in the fourth quarter, and that's a gift. And that defender just flat out drops the ball, and if he's able to secure that takeaway, this game looks very different for this offense.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. Now a give up the middle. And it'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Looking to throw here on second and 10. Quick throw here is complete. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down. They're going to motion the tight end over here. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And he looks to be a bit short of the line. And that is going to bring up fourth down. Punt team out, ready to send this one away, as they are forced to kick for the 6th time today. That's fielded at about the 18. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. So now, out comes the offense, led by their quarterback as they take over once again. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. Second down and 8. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. That one into the hands of Moore downfield. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Everyone talks about all the physical qualities to play quarterback in the NFL, Mike, and of course that's a given, but it's really the cerebral approach to the game that separates the best from everybody else. And I think both of those things were on display there, as he did not only a great job of finding the vulnerabilities of the back end, but then once his guy was there, it was that arm talent that put the ball in the exact right spot to allow his guy to make the big play.
Oh, no chance there. Under a heavy rush, he goes down.
To play in the NFL, you got to have a short-term memory, because regardless of whether the previous play was good or bad, they're going to line up and snap it again. And in this case, really nice job bouncing back. They put the bad play behind them, forced the sack in the ensuing play, and they're right back on track.
Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. This crowd into it now as we get to third down. They'll try to set up the screen here. The screen works for 10 yards and a first down.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the fourth quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative, just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
To the ground, a first down run. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. That is a worrisome development here late in the game. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And now we get a timeout by the defense. So the clock stops with 1:50 left in the game. Well, a touchdown here could be the capper to a victory. It is first and goal. The defense still with all 3 timeouts at their disposal as the quarterback's down to a knee. Now from the 7, it's second and goal. The tight end going in motion to the left. And the back judge throws the flag. He looks at the ball, looks at the clock. Clock says 0. That's a delay of game.
Still second down.
The task a bit tougher as they face second and goal. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So it's a win for our visitors. They get the home victory here in the division in the first of their 2 scheduled matchups. Have a chance to go for the season sweep on the road later in the season. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long, everyone.